Hello, friends. I start on a new YouTube series. The series is called Learn How to Manage a Business. This series is basically targeted for new business aspirants. It's target for existing entrepreneurs. It's target for also professionals who should have a more knowledge about managing a business and a business knowledge. What am I? I am a graduate of a famous institute of India. I have been an entrepreneur myself, and my motive are at the moment non-profit. Let me also mention I am a failed entrepreneur. The reasons of failing entrepreneur you will be learning as we go about it. Now, let's say you have got a good idea. Is the good idea good enough to start a business? No. A business requires wherewithal. While it may require things like finance, land, and infrastructure, it also requires a good mental process. A mental process by which an entrepreneur can think, an entrepreneur can avoid pitfalls, and he does not go into a dream world. So, to do that, uh, you require uh, basically knowledge, business knowledge, to think better, to think holistics, and think holistic. So this series of mine would be a giving you just basics of MBA, basics of business, how the what is the role of a management, what is the role of objectives to be performed. So basically, I'll do that in one. After that, I will talk to you about certain concepts. Do you understand sales and marketing? Do you understand competition? Do you understand revenue? Do you understand production? Do you understand? And mind you, all these principles are required whether you are doing a service kind of entrepreneurship or a production kind of entrepreneur. You must be able to think all this. Like production, there's a term called choke points. When you start a business, when you have your maybe you're a service business, you got to identify choke points. You got to identify uncertainties. You got to identify a lot of things. So I'll be covering those concepts during the course of my series of YouTubes. Then comes pre-startup. How do you start a business? What are the pre-startup steps? Pre-startup steps include identification, to start identifying a legal entity, start finding out about the rules, regulations, what are in existence, how are you going to create the structure, what is going to be your structure, what is going to be your recruitment. So all, and have you any sales and marketing tie-up, or how are you going to tie it up? Have you written a business plan, a plan to show it to your investors, how to raise money, how to go about doing the business? So you have to keep that in mind. Then we'll talk about day-to-day running of business. Day-to-day running of business means you should be able to identify the pitfalls. You should be able to say how are you going to manage your working capitals, how are you going to manage your force, how are you going to make a force into a team spirit, how are you going to calculate all the things which are required to run a business. Then all these things are very essential. The last chapter would be on business skills. A businessman, an entrepreneur, needs to upgrade himself constantly. He needs to upgrade the skills. Skills, whether it is communication skills, whether it is negotiating skills, whether it is raising of finance, he has to uh, master all these skills, maybe in a gradual over a period of time. Some may say it's not required in my case. No, but for your growing, you need to show. So next, I'll start on the concepts of the business. You should be able to get some idea how the business is started. Thank you. Thank you. God bless.